Hey everyone, Derpy here, back with another Battle Pirates video. This is my Retribution level 905 following this path, and don't worry, I'll show that to you again at the end. So, going through the target, I'm driving like I did in the last few targets, with 104, 106, which I have videos of on my channel for near instant repair, with my Atomic Punisher Mark II flag slightly ahead of the others. In this target, start off to the left and shift-click the radioactive thrower that I just clicked. This will ensure that you can target that one and try and kill that on the first loop. If you don't get it killed, I'm going to do a small loop on the inside of the target. Don't go through the gates yet. I'm going to have to go ahead and do a second loop coming back. And if your ships aren't quite fully upgraded, you might have to do 2 loops also. So once this radioactive thrower is dead, you can go ahead and move off to the right side of the center area, keeping your flagship as a tank always, and stay moving so you avoid radioactive damage. You can kill many of the turrets on the inside here in one loop, although you have to usually do a second loop to come back and kill all of them. I do mess up here and take maybe one volley on my flagship, maybe a little bit of damage on my back 4 ships from radioactive thrower, so you maybe even able to do this target slightly better than I was here. Your results will vary. My results do vary hitting these targets. I've got them between an hour damage and an hour and a half of damage pretty much. Although originally my first hit against this target was 2.5 hours damage, so practice does decrease your damage that you are taking. After everything is dead on the inside, I head off to the right. Make sure to avoid those first couple mines by wedging yourself against the mines, and stay in the biofuel zone to increase your reload and defense so you can kill things more quickly. I do have some ships partially upgraded. I have 2 ships at X1, that's the little glowing field you see there, and the flagship is at X1, and that does help against the mines a lot. Against this target right here, you want to kill these first 3 turrets and then keep moving because there's something shooting at you. If there is one of these radioactive throwers shooting at you, you need to keep moving. I'm going to go ahead and park myself right in front of the gate, maybe shift click some of these enemy turrets here so I can move inside the very center. There may look like there's a land tile here, but there's not. That's an HTML5 glitch. Once that center thrower is down, you can keep moving and kill some of these turrets along your path as you're heading up to these next 3 turrets right in front of me. There is a biofuel zone there which you could park yourself in, which would help out a little bit. Once these 3 turrets are dead, you're going to turn to the right and double back to where you came from. Make sure you keep moving to avoid any throwers. When you turn, you may have to readjust and put your Punisher tank back out in front, and you might hit a mine or 2 in this target. They aren't that big of a deal. They don't kill your entire fleet, but I ran over one there, and I'm sure I'll do it again. So now I'm coming back here, doubling back to the right, like I said, killing everything I left over there, and still keeping my Punisher Mark II flag as a tank, but only slightly ahead. You don't want it to leave the purple aura, otherwise you're going to lose all the buffs, all the survival buffs. I'm going to head back along the right side here, looping all the way around the back of the islands, and it should be pretty easy to kill it from here. You should be able to avoid all the mines, rather than trying to go through the center of the target. Again, notice how I have my Punisher Mark II flag as a tank slightly ahead of everything else, and slightly closer to the turrets than everything else. I am in the biofuel zones, which does help, although it is harder to drive, and once these last things are dead, it's going to be pretty easy from here. Let's go ahead and check our battle report to see how much damage we actually took from here, and your results may vary some. Looks like I have about 5% ballistic and 9% radioactive, which is pretty good. Here is my damage, 58 minutes, which is very nice, best run I've had so far, and there's my build shown there. I do have a more detailed video going over that. Let's go ahead and look at the path I am taking. It's on screen here. Feel free to pause, screenshot whatever you want. And you can see that I'm starting out with a big loop around the inside ring here, and if there is anything I need to do a second smaller loop for, I've drawn those on screen too. Make sure you shift click that radioactive thrower. I clicked at the very beginning, so you can kill that and avoid taking extra damage from that when you're in the middle of the target. After that, you're heading off to the right side, running back through the center of the target, and then you're doubling back to the very right end, and finally looping all the way around the back side of the target around the outside. Now this is my path, it's one I used one time. I've had different variations across all the hits I've done on this target. You may find that something different works for you, but this works best for me, so I'm providing this as a resource for you to use. If this video did help you, and especially if you liked the path, go ahead and leave a like. If you have any questions, you can comment them down below, and I'll make sure I do my best to answer them as quickly as possible. I'm going to go ahead and cut to an end screen now. There's 2 videos for you that you can click on there and watch if you haven't already, and then a subscribe icon that you can click. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers, which is going to be great to reach. Anyway, like I said, I hope this helped, and as always, this is Derpy signing out, helping you be a better pirate.